Good morning. How are you? It's Friday, it's 10 a.m. and I'm coming to you live from my office today. Um, so welcome to 10 a.m. Chats. Um, Today I am preparing for yoga teacher training. Our next yoga teacher training starts tomorrow morning. So I have I'm just going through last minute things and getting everything together that I need to bring with me to the studio. Um, and you have to excuse me, no makeup, no getting ready. I've been into my personal trainer, and I am I'm just getting stuck into the work. So I want to talk to you this morning about about what comes up when we start a journey like this, like the teacher training for all of the students. And it doesn't have to be yoga teacher training, but something new that you're starting, and the emotions that come up with that, because it really is very similar for everybody who takes on something new. I mean, the chances are that you've been thinking about taking this thing on for quite a while. It's something that you've been playing with in your mind and going over and over again and again. And with the teacher training, it's nearly always the case that it's been in the back of the student's mind for a long time before they actually take the plunge into registering for the course. So it means that it's something that you're really passionate about. Good morning, Karen. It's something that you're passionate about. It's something that you found huge benefit from, or it's something that you want to learn more about. And anytime we take on something new to learn, regardless of what it is, we're growing, we're becoming better for taking on that new challenge. But with that comes a lot of emotion and a lot of worry. And particularly for the teacher trainees right before. So today, if any of you are watching, I know that feeling of mixed excitement and anxiety and nerves, and it all bubbles up, and all the questions, you start the self-doubt. Am I good enough? Am I strong enough? Am I flexible enough? Can I do enough fancy poses? Am I going to be able to learn like I haven't been in a classroom situation since school or since college, or I've never been good at learning? All of these things, these questions and self-doubt really start to bubble up, and it's right here on that day before you start that it really peaks. But the good news is that that's a great sign. That's a great sign. It means that you're really ready to do it. If you didn't have those worries or those concerns, then I would be very surprised. I think it's so important to remember that that you're doing this for yourself. You're doing it to better yourself, better your practice, or learn more, or change career, or whatever it is. That there's lots of reasons behind you doing this, and you have to really connect with the reasons why you're taking on this challenge in the first place, and keep coming back to that. Okay, so you don't put any pressure on yourself. You let go of what's coming, and you let go of the end result, because you're not there. That hasn't happened yet, and you can't tell how the process is going to unfold. So you know that in this moment, it's something that you've wanted to do for a long time and that you've committed to. And then you accept that you're going to do your best. You're going to put in the effort and the energy that you have to put into the challenge. And you're going to stay present, and you're going to do what works for you. So with the teacher training, it's about being comfortable with where you're at in your practice, not trying to judge yourself or feel like you should be somewhere else, or you should be like somebody else who's on the mat beside you, or so worrying about who else is going to be on the training, because that doesn't matter. It's a relationship with yourself. It's a journey through your yoga practice, your teaching, your experience. So all that counts is that you stay connected with yourself, you stay connected with your purpose and your reason for joining and your reason for wanting to know more, and you set the intention to get what you need from your time, in this case on your yoga teacher training, but it could be anything, could be any new venture that you've taken on. And that's the best that you can do. And if you can stay present and you can stay focused with where you're at, then you'll do so much better than if you worry about what's to come. You worry about the next part of the puzzle because you're not there yet. And then you're not focusing on what you need to be focusing on. So you stay in the present moment and you stay with where you're at in that day, and you'll get the best results possible. Yeah, I get so excited. I get so excited at the beginning of every teacher training. Like the excitement, that bubbling up never stops. Like every single training I get that same sensation before I start. It's usually right there on the day before where I get super excited because it's, all of my focus is on training today. And I love to share what I do with other people, and I love to watch them learn and grow. And I grow and I learn from working with all of the students as well. I always learn so much on every teacher training. I learn about myself, and I learn about the practice and the body, and I learn about my students. So it's a really exciting time for me. And if there are nerves, then I've learned to try and turn that into excitement. So I work on letting go of the nerves. There's always a little bit of nervousness. I mean, I feel like it's important that there's always some nerves there, but I try to turn that into excitement. So I'll tell myself that I'm really excited if I feel the sensation of nerves or anxiety coming up. I'll tell myself that that's the excitement. It's the excitement for what's to come and what I'm going to share, and how as a group we're going to grow together. And it's something that's really important to remember, that if you are on this journey, if you're starting the training tomorrow or you're starting something else, that you've been brought to that place for a reason. You were meant to be part of that particular group at that time. And we see it again and again, how the group will really gel and connect. And they may not all be the same, the same type of people, but the energy will be very similar. And you'll see that very quickly friendships form and connections are made, and they bond together and they start to work together to support each other and to help each other through the process of what comes up. And I mean, I remember, especially before I headed off to the States to train, that feeling of like I was on my own. I didn't know anybody. There was no Irish people. There's very few Europeans taking the training, and I was heading off to Massachusetts in America on my own for a month to take on this training. And I really was concerned about how I was going to fit in, that I wasn't going to have any friends or family there. And instantly I bonded. I had two other roommates, and we were like best pals. It was like we'd been friends forever. We instantly gelled. And then the group as a whole really came together and supported one another. And still to this day, I consider good friends. I probably haven't seen them since the training, but we stay connected on Facebook or on Instagram. And I still have really fond memories of the other trainees that I took my training with, because we just became such a close-knit family. So for those who are coming to join us, just to keep that in your heart. If the nerves come up, can you turn it into excitement, but know that it's completely normal, but that you're going to have amazing support on the journey through the next 3 months. And if there's something else that you're doing, maybe you're not embarking on this teacher training, but you're taking on some new challenge, you can put exactly the same advice into place. It works regardless. And the big thing is to allow yourself to be a beginner, allow yourself to be new. Know that you're not expected to know everything. Otherwise, you wouldn't need to take on this training. Like if you knew everything that you needed to know, then you wouldn't be heading off onto this challenge or this journey. So allow yourself to be in a place of learning. Be open to receiving new information. Don't use it to beat yourself up. You don't have to know anything when you start, because you learn as you go along. And then when you finish, you continue to learn. Morning, Greg. So just a few words of advice for our new students, and also just anybody who might be feeling a little nervous about something new this week or in the coming weeks. And I'm going to keep you well updated on Facebook and Instagram throughout the training. We always do. So we'll have lots of little video clips and photos, and you'll get to see behind the scenes of the training, which is really nice. Yeah, that's it really. I'm going to jump back into my last minute prep, and then I'm heading to Trim, to the farmers market. I haven't been in ages, but I have been promising myself that I would get back to the farmers market, where I can get all of the really nice, good quality food that I need to support me. And last week I was talking about self-care, and it's all part of my self-care project, I suppose. So that's what I'm going to do today, and then I'm going to have some lovely downtime in the afternoon and chill out and just spend some time with the kids. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. So I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Like, comment below, tell me if there's something coming up for you. Maybe you're joining the Durga training, maybe you're joining a different training, or maybe there's something else going on for you, something new that you're concerned about, or that you're feeling that mixture of nervous energy, and excitement and anxiety and all of the emotions that come up. But comment below, let us know, and any questions, pop them into the comment box. If there's anything you want me to talk about, I'm here every Friday, and I love to hear from you, because if you tell me what you want me to talk about, then I can give you it more. I can help you. So yeah, so do let me know. I love to hear from you guys, and I shall, if I don't see you before next weekend, then I will see you on Friday for 10 a.m. chats. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a great weekend. Hopefully it's not too wet. It's pretty grey outside. I'm looking out my window. I've rearranged my office, so I'm looking straight out the window, and all I see is grey cloud. I actually have the lights on in here because it's so dark today. So fingers crossed the weekend picks up a little bit, and I will see you soon. Bye.